That's actually some pretty dope artwork, and lately I've been thinking that I might need to get some artwork done for this channel, maybe a logo or something like that. So if any of you guys have any ideas, hit me up in the comments section and let me know what you think. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer, but if you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is an indie review for Cheefa Ray and Jay Rico's mixtape, The Prelude. Now these two are from Angleton, Texas, and as you can probably guess by the title of this project, this is the prelude towards their album, which is set to drop later on this year. So to stay up to date on that and to check their music and their links, just take a look at that information box underneath this video. Now, first of all, where this one is 21 tracks long, you kind of go into this expecting to hear some filler, and you definitely get some of that. Songs like 4J, Shine, Good Part 3, and About Them just don't really offer a whole lot that's memorable. It's not that they're bad tracks, but by the time you get to them, since they're on the tail end of this lengthy project, they're just not overly interesting. And I know I talk about the length of projects a lot in my reviews, and it is not that I automatically hate long projects. It's just that it's very hard to keep a listener's attention for 20 plus tracks unless you're coming with some real fire or there's some splits going on in there, maybe a double disc or some sort of concept. But when it's a mixtape of this one, for example, that's 21 tracks, yeah, it's kind of hard to stay fully interested, especially when some of these songs are over top of industry beats. For example, the song So Fucking High has Cheefa Ray working over DeBrat's song Functified, but there's not too much that's out of the ordinary here. It's just a weed track, and he sings So Fucking High instead of So Functified. And then on 1999, they get very bold and they jump on Mobb Deep and Lil' Kim's Quiet Storm instrumental, and I appreciate that they did that because that is a dope beat and I understand why someone would want to get on that. But it is hard to get Shine on that one because that is a classic song and the original was just absolutely murked by the lyrics, the flow, just everything there. So when you hear some of these songs on industry instrumentals, it just makes you want to go and listen to the original. And it's the same thing with the song Temptations 2016, where they jump on Tupac's song Temptations. But Rico and Ray really shine when they're kicking that realness. Like on the two songs Bullshit and True Life, where they go over the topic of gossip and just people running their mouth and spreading lies. And on the song The Message Part 1, they call out the fake gangsters and wannabe MCs over this dope-ass piano sample. So these were some of my favorite moments on this mixtape, and I like that line on The Message Part 1 when they say that they're going against the law like every character in Tekken. And I thought that was just a dope-ass line, because I'm a sucker for a video game reference, so shout out to martial law. Now The Message Part 2 picks up right where Part 1 left off as they work this really dope flow on the third verse where they show off their chemistry because they're going back and forth. But one of my favorite tracks on here, and one that I think stood out a lot, is the song Back. This one is actually a Jay Rico solo, and I like how he goes into detail about how he came out of his depression and used music to help him do that. I just thought that was a very personal track, and it stuck out to me quite a bit. So that was a standout moment on this mixtape. But overall, I think there's a lot of things they need to work on in order to make their next project or their next album much better than this. Obviously, I think the length here is a little bit of a problem because a lot of these songs are kind of fillerish, as I said, but I also think that they could tighten up their lyrics a bit more, maybe come with some more memorable lines, and also bring a little bit more creativity into the fold. But this is just a mixtape, so I get that they weren't going full force on this one, especially with those industry beats on there, but I still think it's overall a good tape worth checking out, and I give it a 3 out of 5. So you guys can check it out for yourself and let me know in the comments section what you think, and make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my damn channel, man. Don't make me ask again, even though I'll ask again in every video. But you know how it goes, man. I'll see you next time.